MMDA continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. The Interior Department expects the implementation of stricter quarantine protocols in the NCR Plus bubble to prevent transmissions of the Delta variant. On Radio 5's Filon and DJ Chacha, Dinsing said that the IATF is also considering re-implementing restrictions, including those imposed on children's movement. Dinsing said the IATF will still meet later this afternoon to hear recommendations from health experts and economic managers.
Magkakaroon uli ng bubble that remains to be seen. Ang sigurado pag-usapan diyan, Manong Ted, yung kung patuloy pang palalabasin yung mga kabataan natin, yung mga minors na pinayagan natin lumabas 2 weeks ago, yung 5 to 17. Kasi kung hindi ako nagkakamali, meron na yatang resolution ang Metro Manila Council na naka-address sa IATF na ibalik muli sa dati siste yung mga kabataan.
Dinsing also noted that it is possible that the IATF will decrease the allowed capacity in some business establishments, especially those offering indoor services. The official also said that the IATF will consider the business's contribution to the economy in implementing new protocols.
Ang ma-identify po niyan yung may malaking contribution sa ating ekonomiya, yun siguro yan ang pag-uusapan ng gusto. Pero yung mga halimbawa yung mga indoor, sinatawag natin mga indoor tourist attractions, yan ang mga bagay-bagay na pwede munang isang tabi o i-restrict muna kasi
Professor and virologist from the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health says the single-shot COVID-19 vaccine from Johnson & Johnson raises fewer antibodies against the Delta variant. Let's watch this.
Do you worry about the J&J vaccine? I know this is a preliminary trial and hasn't been reviewed by peers, but how efficient is it compared to an mRNA or to an Astra-Oxford one?
Well, we look at two different things as we look at vaccine efficacy. One is we can take serum from vaccinated people, bring it to the laboratory, and assess how those antibodies react with variants. And this study sort of shows that the J&J vaccine is inducing slightly lower levels against the Delta variant. We also have to look in the real world and see what the disease rate is in people who are getting the J&J vaccine. And so far, the signatures in the real world are that the J&J vaccine is protecting against severe disease mediated by COVID-19. So I think the signs are good that the vaccine is going to protect against those very severe cases, but it's something to keep in mind as we go forward and as the discussion about boosters come together. Whether or not the J&J vaccine is a candidate for boosters could be a discussion point for the fall.
So is the J&J vaccine one that the administration, as it continues to push to get more people vaccinated, should be using, or should we be favoring the 2-dose mRNA vaccines like Pfizer and Moderna's?
Yeah, you know, the J&J has that advantage that it's a single shot. It doesn't have the cold chain issues that the mRNA vaccine does. It has the capability to be spread and used much more broadly and much more easily than the mRNA vaccines. So there is a place for the J&J vaccine in the COVID-19 vaccination program. I think as variants are emerging, we have to start having that discussion of, is it time to update the vaccines? Is it time to change the formulations at all to really match what's currently circulating? These vaccines were based on the viruses that circulated initially in the population. Things have changed dramatically from the virus side of things, so this may be a discussion now going forward into the fall about updating these.
Meanwhile, MMDA Chairman Benher Abalos says all 67 pumping stations in the capital region are working. However, in an interview with Agenda, Abalos said that they are aware of the knee-deep flooding in Taft Avenue, parts of Ortigas, as well as in Rojas Boulevard. Abalos claimed that the flooding is caused by garbage, which is clogging the drainage to canals, and he also said that the agency will be placing nets in strategic areas to avoid further clogging. Abalos added that a few more ways to reduce flooding is by adding a spillway to the Manila Bay and dredging the Marikina River.
Marikina is, kumbaga sa gera, ito yung Marines sa tubig dahil nanggagaling sa Sierra Madre. No? Talagang diyan nanggagaling from Sierra Madre, lahat ng buhos po, dadaan ng Marikina River, kaya Marikina River. Now, kung lalaliman mo ang Marikina River, tapos lalaparan mo, tatanggalin mo yung mga sandbars, ma-avoid yung flooding.
Preparations for the president's upcoming State of the Nation address are underway. President Duterte himself is gearing up for his final SONA. Photos released by a senator shows the president rehearsing for the SONA all the way from Davao City's Arcadia Active Lifestyle Center. Congress also announced that those physically attending Duterte's last SONA at the Batasang Pambansa complex will each be issued QR-coded face shields. Attendees are also required to be fully vaccinated and to have at least 2 negative COVID-19 test results. Critics of the administration are also preparing for SONA Day, dubbing July 26 as Goodbye Duterte Day. A pre-SONA rally will be held on Friday along Commonwealth Avenue in Quezon City, while on the day of the SONA itself, Akbayan will be holding a major rally along with other sectoral organizations. The International Olympic Committee announces that the 2032 Summer Olympics will be hosted by Brisbane in Queensland, Australia. IOC President Thomas Bach made the announcement to a jubilant Queensland delegation after the organization approved the executive board's recommendation. Brisbane's Lord Mayor expressed excitement over the news, saying that despite going through natural disasters, the city has always had a determined spirit, and now it is their time to shine. Brisbane becomes the 3rd Australian city to get the Games after Melbourne in 1956 and Sydney in 2000. And those are the top stories at this hour. Join us later at 1 p.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.